Oh man, congratulations. I have never won any of these bowling balls ever.
Hello, Battle Boring fans, and welcome to the finals of the B3 Eliminator event. Our three finalists here today are Toby Sambueno, Ken Kurtz, and Rich Keeney, bowling his first Battleborn bowling event. The format today is a little more interesting. All of our pins are going to carry over. These players are bowling one game to determine our champion. Toby Sambueno currently is in the lead going into this game with a score of 1280. Ken Kurtz follows him by just 22 pins at plus 58 or 1258. Rich Keeney is trailing by a little bit. He is minus 16. So he bowled an 1184 for his 6 games to get to this point. So today's pattern was very, very tricky. It was the Men's World Championship pattern from 2008. It was 43 feet in length. It was very unique, however. The friction was very, very high. We've used this pattern once before, and it was really super tight for all the players. Today it was a little unique. From the get-go, there was quite a bit of friction, and some guys used a lot of multiple angles. You'll see all three guys in this match are playing them completely different. So, as you can see, a really big turn of events right there, just starting our match right off. Toby Sambueno with the open and Ken with the strike. So that 22 pin lead now is already shrank to 11. I don't know if you can quite see with us zooming in, but Toby is actually throwing a plastic ball up the gutter. It's a little different with all the friction. He's used 500 grit to make that roll and try to stay out of trouble the best he could.
Jake, what do we have going on here?
I've already described the final system.
Yikes. As soon as I open my mouth, Jake, look what Ken does.
Yeah, he's the normal black cloud. So I just was saying how the lead may have just switched there, giving Toby only an 11-pin cushion, but now it looks like it'll be back up to 20 pins. The cut today was really, really low. It was minus 30 for 4 games. So all the players really saw the struggle. It took an average of 192.5 to make the cut today. So really it was just about trying to stay out of trouble and avoiding the big splits like you see there.
That was it. The name of the game was spares today. We almost had someone hit the clean pot, too. I think, Lori Schmidt was 36, 37 out of 40? Something like that?
Yeah, she was in that ballpark, and Toby was also 36 of 40. So we had 2 guys, and actually Lori missed a 4-pin game 2, or she would have had 20 of 20. So actually had someone flirting with halfway there.
That would have been worth a cool $380-some, I believe.
Yeah, and also our strike pot almost got toyed with today. TJ Rock had 8 of the 12 strikes, so really starting to see some people get close. How much was the strike pot today?
$401 before today's entries. So, guys, we are creeping up on $500. I can't think of very many places where you can 100 times your money for a $5 bet.
No, and obviously we're seeing guys get closer and closer, so it will get hit before long, and someone's going to take home that nice prize.
I think this is pretty cool. I was informed that Rich Keeney here, this is his first tournament on a sport pattern ever.
Well, that's amazing. I guess the term is not knowing they're hard maybe makes them more fun.
Absolutely.
Because he came through. He bowled a huge 220 game, the final game of the semis, to creep in. He had actually not been in the top 3 all day, and bowled that big last game to sneak by 2 players to get into the top 3 here.
When the patterns are tough, anything can happen, and even when the scores carry over and it looks like somebody's got a pretty large lead, it really doesn't last very long.
Yeah, I mean, you look here, like I was saying, Rich Kinney is quite a ways behind, being the only player in the finals under, but 3, 4, 5 strikes in a row gets the other guys thinking, and it gets pretty interesting. You know, we thought with a couple of games of qualifying that nobody was going to catch Toby, and here we are with a game to go, and it's going to probably come down to the 8th, 9th, 10th frame.
Just the way everybody likes to see it. A little bit of action late in the day.
Yeah, and it's fun. I really like that we have 3 players here in the final match too. It adds a new element, kind of the sneaky attack, so to speak. You got 2 guys worrying about each other, and that gives a guy a chance to come up here and maybe get a win.
And a big congratulations going out to Liam Reed. Liam came out for his first tournament with us. Unfortunately not a cash for this tournament, but he is going home with a new track bowling ball.
Do we know what he picked?
You're looking at it right on the stream there, Jacob. The Precision Solid was his choice.
Well, you can't go wrong with that one. That is brand new. You know, honestly, in the entire track line, is by far the most hooking ball. Probably outhooks Paradox Black by 4 or 5 boards, and really is the strongest ball in all of the EBI line. So if he or anybody else is looking for a strong rolling ball, that is the one for you.
Definitely pretty good. Jake, if I can strike with it a little bit, you know it's got to be good.
That right there should probably sell 150 bowling balls.
Give or take. Another cool thing that we're doing at B3 this year, we're actually working on a year-end invitational. In order to qualify, bowlers must bowl a minimum of 3 of our events during the calendar year. That first place prize is going to be guaranteed at $1,000.
So that is right, guaranteed. So if we only have 5 players who've bowled 3 events, they're going to be bowling for $1,000. So please come on out and give it a try. It is going to be a lot of fun, and you know when you show up, and if you haven't noticed in the first about 13 total frames already, we like them hard, and they're going to be hard, and they're going to be nice and hard and fair for everybody.
Well, you just watched Rich Kenny turn around after his shot went immediately left and had a very fortunate break that the 5-pin rolled dead forward. And meanwhile, you're looking at Toby, who hit the pocket, and the mixer 5-7.
Yeah, that's the one devil with the way the pattern was today, is you could get rewarded once in a while for a big miss. And as you saw there, Toby made the small adjustment and the ball never hooks. So even though he's throwing a plastic bowling ball, he still has to be really precise to even have a chance at the pocket.
And that's correct. Margin of error is already pretty small, and when you add plastic into the mix there, I think it makes it almost a little tougher. So that's kind of showing how good Toby can be.
Yeah, and that's really crazy. I mean, right now, you know, Toby's about 20 under this game, and Ken is now about 5 over, and Rich is also 5 over. So we have a new leader, and Rich is about
creeping his way up.
60 pins behind Toby now. So it's all
creeping his way up. No lead is safe, Jacob. No lead is safe.
So it is really amazing. I would like to point out what Ken has been able to do. He's been the only player to throw reactive and play that tight, basically second arrow type line. I do think it has probably helped a little bit by Toby throwing plastic, but I really think his touch and speed has really kept him in it. I mean, he bowled really 2 tremendous back-to-back games. He bowled, you know, 277 after bowling 160 and 170, and then proceeded to bowl 240 in our semifinals when 195 is a huge score. So that was just pretty amazing and put him in the position he's in now.
He definitely finds a way to get good when it matters. And then also get the good breaks when it matters as well. There's a little bit of an errant shot there, and gets the fortunate Brooklyn strike for a 4-bagger.
Yeah, and that's one thing. I talked to one of our players, one of our semifinalists, Dan, and he said that he actually went to reactive himself because of the fact it gave him the Brooklyn. They were so sensitive that the urethane ball, if he missed by a little bit, being a left-handed, he would 2-4-7. With reactive ball, he could cross all the way over and have a chance to strike and leave an easier spare. So it sounds silly and looks crazy, but it's really better for your score to make those decisions. So that was a really good shot. Really 2 good frames right there by Toby to get back into his match right here.
Pretty good shot there, I'd say.
Yes. First tournament on a sport pattern. That's pretty impressive.
I think that's pretty cool, man. I can just about guarantee you that is not going to be his last tournament on a sport pattern, Jacob.
I hope not. I hope he wants to bowl every Battleborn bowling event as well. So there's a really good double there to put the 5-bagger up for Ken. That puts him in the 220s now. So Toby really needs to strike here.
He's almost a not-miss situation, Jake.
That's not a fun place to be on something this hard. You can tell he's taking a little bit more time. Toby is actually a quick player, so him taking this extra, he knows he's got to put this online. Needs to hook. Got it.
Labeled it.
Yeah, one thing, knowing Toby pretty well, one thing about him is he does have a good focus about him. If he knows he needs it, it's probably going to be pretty close.
It's impressive to watch. Definitely fun, too.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can hear with our microphone, but he's getting that plastic ball to hit hard. It's hitting, I know he's 5'7", but it sounds harder than a reactive ball going through the pins, so he's showing a lot of power.
Ken stepping up in the 8th frame here, working on the 5-bagger.
Looked a little left. Got it.
And another fortunate Brooklyn for the 6-pack, Jake.
Yeah,
2 Brooklyns on 32, back-to-back shots. Toby with the little giggle, throwing in the flag. Got to have a sense of humor.
You do, and unfortunately, when you are on the wrong end of it not being your day, it's never fun. But I know, unfortunately, we only show one game here. It's not really doing how great a shots Ken has made the rest of the day. So I guarantee he bowled 270 and packed everyone I watched. So, but there, a little help of his own. So
a little bucket crumbler there. I will say, Jake, it is very possible for a 5 count to come out of nowhere.
Yes.
So with that said, anything's possible. Ken's got a great lead right now. A couple spares, he could be in good shape. However, Toby posting up the strike right there. Things are getting a little tight.
Oh, breaking
and a 2-8-10 spill.
That's weird. When I do that, I just turn around and shoot the spare. These guys are getting strikes.
That's 100% accurate.
But the worst part about where Ken's at right now is you're kind of guessing yourself. So even instead of being on cruise control, you're trying to make these little adjustments. Let's see how it goes. It's a lot better shot.
Good.
Oh,
good grief.
The equalizer coming right back.
Giveth and taketh.
So that rack there on 32, when the pins came down, were wiggling. I'm sure Toby saw that and just get a fresh set.
Try again.
So I know we haven't said much about Rich this game, but he's putting together a pretty good score this game. He's actually got a chance to bowl a really good score.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear. Well, Jake, things got a little bit interesting here. So now Toby's in a situation here where if he gets the first shot in the 10th, he basically locks up the match. Anything less than that, if my math is correct, I believe Ken will still have an opportunity to double in the 10th for the win.
What is Toby's max score?
225.
225. So assuming Ken bowls 221, basically Toby would just have to be within 21 pins of that.
Correct.
So he just needs to mark, I believe. I believe that does it.
That's
right
going to be enough.
But that's what I was saying about Toby's focus. You can't give him a second opportunity. He will make you pay, and he has that that absolute just kill mentality of he's going to go at it.
It's
and
the killer instinct. It's stuff that you really can't teach. A stone cold 8-pin.
Yeah, right now lane 31 is not liking any ball going down the lane, so I'm sure everybody's glad to be finished. So I believe if Toby marks, he's in the 2 teens or 220.
He's in 2 teens right now, so if he keeps it on the lane, good count. He's got 2 teen. Ken can get to 230, and that's not going to be enough. Toby's lead is just enough to cover it. Kept it on the lane.
It's plenty.
That is plenty. Toby Sambueno is going to become a 2-time B3 champion.
Back to back.
Back to back is correct.
So two guys we've seen quite a lot of in our finals, Ken and Toby, and a newcomer. So it's been a lot of fun. Makes the 8-pin for good measure and gets another free bowling shot here.
I love the extra shots. Little double dribble.
Really
For the win, literally.
That is really, really impressive. He played the lanes safe, but also attacked them and ended up 104 over on the day. That's really, really impressive.
Especially when they're that hard. Rich capping it off with a 205. Still a great score. And a great day. Great first outing on a very, very demanding shot. First sports shot tournament ever. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know what my first sports shot ever was, but I'm pretty sure I didn't average 200.
Let alone popping a 240 in there, winning a high game pot. I'm pretty sure I shot 160 or less every time.
Yeah.
I can say that pretty confidently.
So he ended up -9, so averaging about 199 in his very first sport pattern. On a difficult sport pattern where 2 guys average 200. So
I think that's one hell of a day, Jake.
Spare would not have mattered. I guess the spare would have given him a chance to double and still get the win. So
correct.
Big situation there. Nonetheless, a great tournament. Really good tournament for all 3 of these guys, but definitely Ken and Toby.
There's a reason they're always close to the top, Jake. These guys are shot makers. They keep the ball in play when it's super tough. These patterns that we put out, obviously, are not very forgiving by any means, so it's no surprise. But
yeah, the term I hear a lot is you guys are bowling in telephone booths.
That's it. All right, well, guys, that about wraps it up. Ken finishes off with the 219 for a second place finish. Other than that, we're going to get ready for the next event.
Hope to see you there. Only a couple weeks. Catch us, come out and see us, or catch us on YouTube or Facebook and watch all of our cool videos.
We got plenty of good content, plenty of cool videos to watch, plenty more to come. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you at the next one.